What's up? What's up?
What's up? I was a little late on starting the recording, so YouTube, you missed the Grim Gamers what's up, but you got my what's up, and here we go with part one of Lost via Domus. Now, if you've never heard of this game, don't feel bad, because I didn't either. I didn't even know this game existed until we're about to get lost. Yeah, probably. If it's anything like the show, this game probably isn't going to make any sense. But I didn't even know this game existed until Grim and I went out on some retro game hunting. It was Black Friday, actually. We hit up the local disc traders. The local disc traders location is in Jackson. And we went up there just, looking to see if, because they had a deal going on, buy 3 games for less than $10 and pay only $10. This was one of the games that I got. I picked it up from Disc Traders for $8.99. What's also interesting, Grim, I don't know if you did, I can't remember if you did a video on this one or not, but Grim pointed out to me that there was a sticker on the back here for Chaotic Games in Alpena, Michigan. And I believe, I know for a fact that Grim has been there, but I don't think Grim did a video on it. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. So it's kind of interesting that this game has been in different locations that either him or I have been to. It's been in multiple different places. I am going to apologize right off the bat. This may be a bit of a long-winded intro, but there's some things we've got to talk about. First off, I am playing this on PS3, original hardware. It's notoriously kind of difficult to stream with a PS3 because, I've been there, but I think it was before I started recording those videos, unfortunately. It was a cool place. Okay, so Grim did not do a video on that one. But as I was saying, PS3s are notoriously kind of difficult to stream with because they don't play nice with capture cards. And every PS3 stream that I've done in the past was done on a cheap, like $20 Amazon capture card that I bought. And it worked fine on that. The problem is that the PS3 has HD copyright protection, as does a PS4 and a PS5. The difference is PS4 and PS5, you can toggle the HD copyright protection off, or HDCP. You can toggle it off. If you do that on a PS4 and a PS5, you can't watch movies or, use any streaming services or disc-based movies. Obviously to, keep you from copying them. But if you turn it off, it'll allow you to use a capture card and capture gameplay. The PS3 doesn't have that option. So the cheap $20 Amazon capture card that I used previously never picked it up. I had no issues using it. It just didn't have the HD copyright protection built into the capture card. But that capture card sucked. I had screen tearing like crazy. It was a pain in the ass to deal with. So I started looking at other ways to get around this, and most people would buy a cheaper HDMI splitter. And I think older HDMI splitters didn't have the HDCP recognition in them, so it would bypass it that way. I have an HDMI splitter, but it didn't work. As you can see here, I've got a very nice, sharp image going on here on my screen, and so I was able to get this to work with my capture card. Here's the crazy part. I was able to find nothing online about this. I was able to find nothing in the owner's manual for this, the product description online, nothing. But I found a YouTube video that claimed there's a secret switch in the headphone jack that you can press and it will bypass the HDCP in the capture card. So I have a picture right here. You can see right inside the headset jack, compared to the line-in jack, you can see what looks like a half circle switch deep in the headphone jack. So literally all you have to do is stick like a paper clip or, you know, a nail or something small in there and push it in, and it works. I did have some issues with connectivity using the HDMI out for the pass-through, but I seem to have resolved that. It seemed like it was a resolution mismatch between my monitor and my capture card. For some reason, it was sending a 720p image to my capture or to my monitor, and so it was just causing it to like flicker, and it was green and everything. So I think I've resolved that. So the capture card that I have is it's a Fifine or Fifine Ampligame V3. It looks like this. So the video that I saw on YouTube was the black model. I have the white model. And so with this capture card, it was about $60, and it's a solid capture card. But if you can pick one of these up on eBay or on Amazon, rather, or whatever your digital store of choice is, you can see right there in the headphone jack, there is an HD copyright protection HDC bypass switch, which makes streaming with a PS3 a breeze. At least I'm hoping so. The reason I'm doing this game instead of moving on to Resident Evil Code Veronica is I do want to test this thoroughly before I do something that I want to play. So there's that bit of business. The next bit of business I want to talk about is the game itself. So Lost, the TV show, ran from I think the pilot episode was in 2004, and it ran until 2010. So it's interesting because seasons 1, 2, and 3 were in 05, or 04, 05, and 06, concluding in 07. Season 1 had 25 episodes, 2 had 24 episodes, 3 had 23 episodes. And then seasons 4, 5, and 6 had 14 episodes, 17 episodes, and then 18 episodes. And I remember watching this show back when it came out. It was a really popular show when it came out. And it was kind of a big deal for a while. Now, I remember watching it, and I remember season 1 being pretty stellar. Season 2 was still fairly good. Season 3, it kind of started to get a little weird, but it was still fairly decent all the way to the end. Now, I think when it came out, I missed season 4, and then tried picking it back up in season 5, and then gave up on it. Well, in roughly 2013, Mrs. Suave and I got internet in the house for the first time. Yeah, we went a whole year living here with no internet connectivity. And when you've got young kids, that's probably one of the closest things I can think of to torture, because we watched a lot of the same SpongeBob and Thomas the Train DVDs over and over and over again. So when we got internet, Netflix at the time was the only game in town, and they had this entire show on there, so we watched it. And seasons 4, 5, and 6 made no goddamn sense. And then several years later, we tried watching it again, and it made no goddamn sense. But my kids now are a little older. They're 11 and 14, about the same age Grim and I were when the debut episode came out of Lost, the pilot episode. So we've been watching through that with my kids, and it's been fun to watch through it with them, because there is a certain amount of it that is enjoyable. But so part of the reason I wanted to play through this now was because this game actually takes place. It was released after the third season. So season 3 concluded on May 23rd, 2007, and the game released in February 2008. So season 4 actually started January 31st, 2008, so this game dropped about a month later. But obviously the development and everything was done at the end of season 3, basically. So this particular game, if we read the back of the case, It says, you find yourself standing in the wreckage of Oceanic Flight 815. Survivors are screaming. Explosions and debris are everywhere, and you have no memory of what has happened. Experience the never-before-told story of a previously unseen Flight 815 survivor. As you fight for survival, you'll uncover secrets and piece together fragments of your furtive past. And if you're lucky, you may just find a way home. So it's interesting that they're going to use a character that's not on the TV show. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, because from what I understand, the reviews that I've read, that it does a fairly good job of inserting this character into the TV show without breaking the TV show. And I feel like that works, or has the potential to work, because there are other survivors in the show that don't really get any screen time. They're kind of just, in the background. So you could possibly maybe look at it as a story of just one of those extra survivors. Now, the other thing I want to mention that's fairly important is this game was developed by Ubisoft. Now, we can shit on Ubisoft every day of the week and twice on Sunday nowadays. But back in the day, in the early, mid, late 2000s, that whole decade, Ubisoft was actually putting out some pretty decent shit. The Assassin's Creed games got its start, I believe, in 2008, right around the same time that this game came out. Shortly after this game came out, you had, I think, the Rainbow Six games were Ubisoft. Basically, all the Tom Clancy games were Ubisoft. The King Kong game that I played on the PS2 based off the Percy Jackson King Kong movie was a fairly solid game for a movie tie-in. Yeah, they have sort of made themselves a punching bag these days, especially with the management that they have in place. It's just not pretty. But 20 years ago, Ubisoft was a bit of a juggernaut. So this game, I feel like, has potential. At least if you're a fan of the series. I don't feel like this game is going to be anything revolutionary. I don't think it's going to blow my hair back in any way, shape, or form. And we've talked about expectations going into a game a lot on my streams and on my channel. And I feel like that's a very important thing to note going into this. One of the reviews for this was by IGN. IGN stated that this is a game for the fans, which only fans can appreciate, but at the same time, in a strange bit of a paradox, this is a game that will disappoint almost every Lost fan. So, mixed bag. I mean, let's see here. The PS3 Metacritic scores a 54 out of 100. Game Informer gave it a 6 3/4 out of 10. GameSpot 6.5 out of 10. IGN 5.5 out of 10. Official US PlayStation Magazine a 5 out of 10. The lowest score looks like Play magazine in the UK gave it a 38 out of 100. So I don't expect this game to suck, but I don't expect it to be great either. Going into it, I kind of just expect a somewhat mediocre, popular TV show game tie-in. It'd be interesting to see a game from a company like them that's more of an out of left field, that's more out of left field. Yeah, it's kind of, it's unexpected that Ubisoft would have done this. Last note of business before we get into the gameplay is the voice cast. That was one of the things that several of the reviews dinged this game on, was the stand-in voice actors, because not every cast member from the show did the voice acting for their character. So, Grim, I don't know. Grim, have you ever seen this show all the way through? Have you ever watched the entirety of it? Yeah, negative review on Steam. Couldn't get all the actors back for it. Game's already trash. So some of these characters you might recognize, you might remember. Some of them you might not. But being that this game takes place basically in seasons 1 through 3. I'm in a perfect spot to play this because we just finished season 3 with my kids a few days ago. So all of the season 1 through 3 is fairly fresh. Gave up at some point, not sure when, but it got, lost, and it got hard to care. Yeah, it'd be like that with this. But let's see here. So I'm going to go through, there was only, according to my count here, I'm looking at a list of the cast on imdb.com, and only 6 of the characters in this game, the actors or actresses from the show, did the voice acting for their characters. So in order, we've got Sun Quan, the actress for that character did the voice acting. Claire Littleton, her actress came in and did the voice acting. Beady-eyed fucking piece of shit Ben Linus, his actor did the voice acting. Tom, you might remember Tom when you see him. His actor came back and did that. Mikhail, you may remember him when you see him. His actor came back for that. And the one I'm actually kind of particularly happy about is Desmond Hume. Henry Ian Cusick. He reprised his role for Desmond. So we get to see him in another life, brother. But everybody else has been voiced by somebody else. There is one that I want to note, though, and it's interesting because in the reviews for this game, IGN claimed John Locke was played like an old-timey prospector and criticized, it was, partially criticized for the stand-in voice actor for John Locke. Now, the voice actor for John Locke, yes, Hurley is also not. He's on the back of the case. You can see our man right there, Hurley, on the back of the case. It's kind of blurry, but there you go. He did not return for this game. But the voice actor for John Locke is Paul Eiding. That game is trash. Right. But the voice actor for John Locke is Paul Eiding. Now, for those of you that may not be familiar with the name Paul Eiding, you will more than likely be familiar with the name Roy Campbell or Colonel Campbell. So, of the Metal Gear series. So, Colonel Campbell from the Metal Gear series is John Locke in this game. So I'm kind of interested to see what that's going to sound like because, my boy Paul Eiding does a fantastic job as Colonel Campbell. So with that being said, now 17 minutes in, I know this was long-winded, but we just had some thangs to go over. So we're going to get started on this. And while this loads up, it's not going to be a Suave Beard stream without a Mountain Day. So here we go. And you got Bjorn in the background. You can say hi to Bjorn if y'all want to. Oh, that is a beautiful sound. Yes, this game saves automatically at certain points. The last thing I want to talk about is, first of all, I don't know why my...
Anytime, anywhere. ABC.
Never mind.
Start here.
My monitor is showing this in a 4:3 ratio, but my capture card is showing it in a... 16:9 ratio, which is fine. So the only PS3 controller that I have is this like off-brand Amazon piece of junk. So I use that to basically start the system up, and I'm going to play the game with my PS5 controller. Mainly because this game does not have any 6-axis or pressure-sensitive stuff going on in it. You can see here on the back of the case, it lists the, storage requirements and, resolutions and all that. But pressure-sensitive buttons and 6-axis are not required for this game. So I'm using the interesting thing about the PS5 controller with a PS3, I've never done it this way. I used to have an adapter that I would use, and my adapter no longer seems to work anymore. It might be a DualSense firmware issue. The newer firmware updates for the DualSense controllers don't work with that adapter, or that adapter doesn't work with those, rather. That's my best guess. But you can just straight up Bluetooth a DualSense controller to a PS3 and it works. The PlayStation button does not work. It just acts as like a third party, like generic controller. I would use my original PS3 controller for this, but none of my original PS3 controllers work anymore, and that generic one is kind of sucks. So I basically only use that to turn the system on and off and, quit games and go back to the menu and such. So with that being said, let's get going. So we're just going to go right into it. New game. See what happens. No one can walk through the wilderness without leaving signs. John Locke.
I got it, yeah. You'll see it soon enough. I just need to get home. Look, I can't talk now. I gotta go.
Excuse me?
Sir?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Sir?
pilots turn on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats with your seatbelts fastened.
So our character's name is Elliot.
Sir, you need to run!
Bruh. Yeah, it starts off the same way the TV show does. Let's see, this game looks like it's broken up between 7 episodes. So my goal is to get to like maybe episode 4 today, or maybe through episode 4. Okay, so this looks like it might end up being like kind of similar to the King Kong game, and the fact that it doesn't have there's no user interface, there's no HUD. There's button prompts, but so here we are in the middle of the jungle. I crash landed in that. I must have been sucked out mid-air, but where's the rest of the plane? So we got like a text adventure. Okay, R2 is run. Hello? Anybody? Where are you, Lenny? Oh, who do we got here? Oh, he don't look too good. Quest updated. Find help. I'm wounded from the plane crash. My head's dizzy. I need to help. I need to find other survivors and get help. My memory help completed. Okay. There was somebody standing here, was there not? A passenger from the crash. I guess I should count myself lucky. You. Who are you?
Who was that? Am I seeing ghosts?
Yeah, that definitely does sound familiar. That woman, did I just imagine her? Is my mind playing tricks? I remember seeing blood, a dead body. Who is the dead body and who is that woman? So this seems fairly linear. It might be. At least it's very similar. Alright, who do we got here? Kate!
Jeez, you startled me. Is there anyone with you?
Okay. Quest, I need a doctor. I think my memory's gone. Where's the plane? Are you okay? Who are you?
Please just go away.
Okay.
I don't know, and I can't help you find it right now.
Yeah, I didn't expect dialogue options in this.
You probably hit your head in the crash. What's wrong? You look fine to me. Look, here's some water. Now please, leave me alone.
Is she hiding something from me?
To take a good picture in your flashback, sometimes finding the right position is not enough. Okay. Flashbacks. Take the correct photo to unlock your past and remember everything. When using the camera, use the zoom and the focus in order to take the right picture. Be sure to use the remember option. This action will replay your memory flash. Watch it carefully. It holds the key to unlocking your past. Okay. Try to remember.
Is she hiding something from me?
Can I offer you some water? Do you have juice? Not here, but I'll make sure you get some during your flight.
Let's go, sweetheart.
Can I offer you some water? Do you have juice? Not here.
Way out of focus.
Let's go, sweetheart.
Can I offer you some water? Do you have juice? Not here.
Way out of focus.
Let's go.
How much more in focus can I
Timing
get
is
that?
way off.
Can I offer you some water? Do you have juice? Not here, but I'll make
Of course. It's all coming back.
There we go.
sure you get some during your flight. Can I offer you some water?
Do you have juice?
Not here, but I'll make sure you get some during the flight.
Let's go, sweetheart.
It could be one of them things, too. It could be controller related. I might just, you know, using the controller that I have, there might just be too much throw in the, you know, the L2, R2 buttons to really line it up properly. Hello?
Is there anything I can do for you?
I could use a whiskey. And you can tell me what that's all about.
It's very exciting. We have a fugitive on board today.
Should I be worried?
She's in safe hands. Now, I'll be right back with that drink. And don't forget to fasten your seatbelt. Shall I stow your camera and laptop before takeoff?
Fellow castaways are valuable resources. Talk to them to get hints. Okay.
Kate was in handcuffs. She's a convict. Don't worry. I won't tell anyone about the handcuffs.
What handcuffs?
The ones you were wearing on the plane.
Thought you couldn't remember anything. What do you say we keep this between you and me?
All right, Freckles.
Deal. If you agree to help me.
Deal.
You know the way to the crash site?
I saw a dog around here. It must have been on the plane. Maybe it can lead you there.
You're not coming?
There's a marshal I'm trying to avoid.
Follow the dog. I need to follow the Labrador Retriever. It's the only way to locate other survivors. All right. Graham, do you remember the dog's name? Flight 815. I remember being on the plane before takeoff. I saw Kate with some marshal. She had handcuffs. She's a fugitive of some kind. The stewardess took my camera and laptop to stow. I wonder where she put them. They must be with the plane wreck somewhere. Don't even remember there was a dog on the show? Yeah, there was. I was like, what the hell just happened? And okay, that was weird. It's an odd transition. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a weird transition.
Slow down. Here, boy. Here, boy. Wait up.
I don't know why that keeps going into first person when I press triangle.
Wait up. Wait up.
I have no idea where he went.
Better retrace my steps.
Should be able to teleport. Yeah.
Slow down. Wait up.
There he is. These transitions are rough, dude. You may find interesting landmarks or items. Try taking a picture of these things. They may unlock special features. Ooh. Crash sites and chaos. I need to check the survivors and help out somehow.
Have you seen my boy, Walt?
Walt! Oh, he's got water.
Later! I don't know what happened. 1 minute we're bound for LA, the next minute, this. I've never met you, man. Look, I can't talk right now. How the hell should I know? We're lost. That's where.
So that's definitely not the Michael from the show, but honestly, I feel like this dude does all right, at least capturing the tone of the character of Michael in the show.
Not now, man. Whoa!
Here's our boy Locke.
Be careful. This whole plane could blow any second.
Whoa!
We need to think of surviving right now. Let's skip the formalities. There'll be time for introductions later. Right now, you need to focus.
That does not sound like Colonel Campbell.
I'm fine. Go help the others.
I mean, if I listen real hard, there might be a little bit in there, but I don't think there's going to be much. Claire!
I can't breathe.
That is definitely Claire.
I just need to keep still. This wasn't supposed to happen. I'm not supposed to be here. I don't know, but my baby, I have to be in Los Angeles tomorrow. I've never met you before.
Still wrong plane. Still can't die here. Yeah. Ooh, water bottle. Pick up water bottle. Water bottle. This could be useful for trading. It's worth $5 for trading. I got water.
The fuel tank is ruptured. I need you to stop the leak before the whole thing explodes. You understand? Now go! Yes, I told you. You need to stop that fuel leak before the whole plane goes up in flames. I don't know. Listen, we need to help these people. We'll figure that out later. Right now, get to the plane. No, but I need you to help with that fuel leak. See that section near the jungle? The fuel leak's there. Move!
Early!
The plane crashed. What? There's fuel leaking from the plane? I'm cursed, man. It's all my fault. We're screwed. That's where we are. No.
Yeah, that's definitely not Hurley. Electrical panel controls the fuel flow. Gotta use the panel to redirect that fuel leak away from the sparks. Alright, cool. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Oh, I didn't realize I could rotate these. Okay, well then hold on.
Nice work, son. Look out! The wing is breaking apart!
Now, the voice acting isn't stellar. I mean, it seems very
Good job with a fuel leak.
uninspired.
Saved a lot of lives. Name's Jack.
Wish I could introduce myself, but I can't remember my name or my past. It's all gone.
Let me take a look, okay?
Hero Jack.
I don't see any signs of head injury. I'd say you're suffering from amnesia brought on by the crash.
Do you know me? Maybe you saw me on the plane?
Afraid not. But try finding your stuff. Luggage, carry-ons. Anything that could help trigger your memory.
Find anything of mine. Chessboard? Chess, I remember the rules, but I can't remember ever playing. Weird. Take another water bottle. What do we got here? Son!
제발 저리 가세요.
Have you found anything that could be mine?
혼자 있고 싶다고 했잖아요. 남편이 보고 있을지도 몰라요. 아니에요. 전 당신을 만난 적이 없어요. 비행기가 흔들리기 시작했어요. 그래서 난 남편의 팔을 꽉 잡았어요. 얼마 후 우리는 땅으로 떨어지기 시작했고 모르겠어요.
All right. Thanks. Where's Jin? You know, the interesting thing about that is her husband Jin, I did not see in the like character list for voice actors, so I think just Jin's just not even in this game. Comic book. A Spanish comic book. I can't understand a word. I hope I didn't forget how to speak Spanish. See, okay, I can see already that this is gonna I can see how the one review said Via Domus is fan service through and through, and that it is a game for fans which only fans can appreciate. This Spanish comic book, throughout the majority of the first season, Walt carries around a Spanish comic book. And Michael is always asking him, like, man, why are you reading that thing? Like, you don't even speak Spanish. So, little Easter egg there to connect to the show. Backpack? My backpack, damn, it's empty. It looks like someone's already rifled through it. I got a feeling I know who went through my shit. Who in the hell are you?
Where is the camera? Where is the camera?
Look! Somebody is being attacked! Hey, leave him alone!
Right. Yeah, maybe.
I'm going to destroy that photo. Then I'm going to kill you.
All right. The Pearl is a monitoring station where the activities of participants in the Dharma Initiative projects can be observed and recorded.
Previously on Lost.
I can kind of dig how this is like straight up in like a TV episode
from
form.
Amnesia brought on by the crash.
Where is the camera? I'm going to destroy that photo. Then I'm going to kill you.
I guess so, yeah. That would be my guess. How's everything looking so far, Grim? Any screen tearing or anything? I've noticed a teeny tiny bit of screen tearing on my monitor through the direct feed. The color also looks a little bit different, but yeah, that was a neat transition. So we got Jack, Charlie, and Kate there.
Monster!
That is definitely not Charlie. Ha! And I like how it even has like the intro, you know, the first scene of the episode, and then you get the little, you know, lost title before it gets into the gameplay. It's like it's well done for you know what it's supposed to be so far, anyways. It's a little detail I can appreciate. Whoever's trying to kill me mentioned a mysterious photo. I need to find my camera before he attacks again. Everything looks and sounds good. Good deal.
Hey, stranger. You don't look any worse for wear. I saw that guy in the terminal before we left. He was looking for someone. Guess that someone was you. We found it a few miles from the beach. You'll see some plane wreckage. Just follow that and you should find it.
Okay.
You might want to try the cockpit in the jungle, but watch yourself. That thing out there seemed pretty mad. And good luck getting past Jack. He's not letting anyone out
Fuck
there.
Jack.
I didn't see it. Too busy running for my life. I don't know where we are, but I've never heard anything like that thing before.
Kate suggested I search the cockpit wreckage in the jungle. Maybe my camera's there. I think I remember stewardess saying she'd stow my camera. Oh, look, there he is. Oh.
Hey, champ, you plug your brain hole yet? Yeah, you came to the right place.
Let's see. I've got a water bottle and or 3 water bottles and a coconut. What do you got here, my guy? A torch. So he's got torches, a cross fuse, a T fuse, and an elbow fuse. Jerry can of fuel, useful for anything that needs fuel, and an oil lantern. Well, I've got $15, $17 worth of shit. But, yeah, there's old Sawyer, and unfortunately he's one of the characters who didn't get his, proper
Come
voice
back
acting.
soon, you hear?
He sounds so much more southern in this than he does in the actual show.
All I saw was some beady-eyed guy hightail it into the jungle. How in the hell should I know? I don't know, but the plane breaks apart like a twig, and no one suspects the one Iraqi on board?
That was a plot point in the first couple episodes.
Why don't you mind your own memories, nosy? Maybe, but this is a trade and barter system. What do you got for me?
Yeah, seaweed.
Maybe it was a polar bear. How the hell should I know?
May have amnesia, but at least I can walk. This place would be a nightmare for a cripple. Oh, I got a coconut. 2 coconut. See, so we got Kate, Sawyer. That's Jack up there. It looks like Kate and Sawyer's the only people we're gonna have to talk to right now. Oh, here's Kate.
You're the guy with amnesia, right? Jack told me about you. I'm Claire. The pregnant girl. No, I'm sorry, I haven't. But Kate and some others found another part of the plane. Maybe it's there? I don't know, and I do not want to find out. Now everyone's been even more protective of the pregnant girl. We have to be. I can't have this baby now. Not alone on this island.
So, her character model looks pretty rough. But so far, like the John Locke character model, Kate, Jack, most of the character models, Sawyer, like they're for the era, pretty decent. They're recognizable at the very least, which is important.
Where do you think you're going? Are you trying to get yourself killed? I don't know. He took off into the jungle before I got a good look. There were no survivors. It's a tomb now. Just forget about going there. I don't know what it was, but we're all staying put for now.
Well, you ain't my boss, Jack.
Look, I understand that camera could help with your memories, but I'm not letting you risk your life to find it.
woman, she snuck past someone. How did she do it?
Can't remember what that is. My memory's foggy. I need to clear it, then I'll remember.
I can't believe you're taking photos for the travel section. Who'd you piss off at the newspaper this time? Hurry up and get the photo, or I'm running away with this fisherman.
That woman, she snuck past someone. How did she do it?
I can't believe you're taking photos for the travel section. Who'd you piss off at the newspaper this time? Hurry up and get the photo, or I'm running away with this fisherman.
Of course. It's all coming back.
I can't believe you're taking photos for the travel section. Who'd you piss off at the newspaper this time? Hurry up and get the photo, or I'm running away with this fisherman. I've stood for wedding photos that were quicker than you.
Congratulations.
I finally received word. Savo's gonna be in Australia next week. After all these years, I'm so close to finally catching him red-handed. I can't believe it. And it breaks my heart, but I need to keep this secret. As much as I love my man, he won't be able to resist the idea of getting involved. I can't have him ruin my chance at Savo.
Okay. Nerve agent stolen from Hanzo Labs. 8 August 2004. Sri Lankan police have confirmed the theft of a chemical nerve agent from Hanzo Foundation Labs in Sabaragamuwa province. An unnamed Hanzo security analyst has assured authorities the missing chemicals pose no threat. The danger is negligible as the chemicals in question will break down within hours outside the lab environment. This Hanzo Foundation Labs and Hanzo security analyst is kind of interesting because in the actual show, throughout seasons 1 and 3, once you find some of the Dharma stations, which we haven't even seen or heard of, Dharma at all so far in this game, but in the show, I can't remember his first name, but I want to say the guy that does the orientation films, his last name was Hanzo, I think. Koh Tao, Thailand, Sunday, August 15, 2004. I called Australia today. Savo's made a critical error and Rico's found out. Rico has a way of digging up the dirt. I'm meeting him at this disgusting little pawn shop. Monday, I was surprised with a beautiful beaded necklace this afternoon. Very romantic. He's doing everything right on this vacation, not like Venice. Okay, so I found all 3 memory items.
My God, don't tell me you wore white.
Oh, please. So long as I'm with you, I'll forever be a bridesmaid.
And I'll always be your best man.
I want to go see that island, but we'll need that boat to get there.
The old man looks pretty attached.
I know how to get past him. Shwai dai! Mi puing! Ya pinha! Tisut na tamachat! Ryoyak shoyai! Leo Leo!
You speak Thai?
Dioni dek dek.
What the hell did you say to him?
Let's just say men are suckers for a damsel in distress. Come on, Romeo. You can woo me some more on the ride over.
Okay. Oh, there's the numbers. On the loading screen, I saw the numbers.
She tricked the fisherman. She lied to him. She lied.
4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Empty. Someone else got here first. Here's our comic book. Chessboard. Coconut. Two coconut. Oh, the dog's name, since you know we haven't found out yet, I'll just say it, is Vincent. Examine CD. Drive shaft. You on, everybody? I can remember that song, but I can't recall my own name. You on, everybody? What you know about Drive Shaft? Charlie was one of my favorite characters on the show. He goes through some shit, but he's got a good redemption story, so I can appreciate it.
Where do you think you're going? Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Ah, Claire's fainted.
What? Is she okay? Stay here.
Bye. Go be a hero, Jack. That run, though. If the black smoke is around, you better plan your moves carefully. Who knows? Oh, I didn't get to read that.
Hey, son. Over here. I'm over here at the banyan trees. Hey, son. Over here. I'm over here. I'm betting you didn't get permission from Jack to be here. There's plane debris scattered ahead that leads to the cockpit. Try looking there. I don't know what's in this jungle. I do know the banyan trees provide cover. Hide inside the hollowed roots, and you should be safe. They're called banyan trees. They're very sturdy. I don't know what's out there, but these trees look like they'll provide good protection. Not sure, but there's a reason for everything now, isn't there?
The island put him here.
I don't think we're meant to be rescued. There's some plane debris through the jungle. That'll lead you to the cockpit. I'm out here for my own reasons. And I'm sure you are too.
All right, bud. To navigate through the jungle, pay close attention to the environment. Markers, debris, flags, or marks on trees can be used to find your way. Walk up to a marker and activate it. It will point you to the next marker until you reach your destination. Papayas. Worth $1. I'll take them all. The black smoke monster. Grim, do you remember the black smoke monster? Others. He's another.
I've got you now, buddy. What the?
Move to the next area. All right. To return to the beach. Oh, so do I have fast travel or something then? Okay, there's my inventory. There's my controls.
You all right, man? I thought I heard gunfire. And then that monster. It's further ahead. The cave will lead you to it, but it's pitch black in there. Here, take this lighter.
Oh, thanks, man.
I'm gathering wood to build a raft. I'm not just sitting around waiting for rescue. I need to get my son home.
Well, he doesn't talk about building a raft till about halfway through the first season, so we're speeding things up a little bit.
You're not gonna make it through the cave unless you have some light. You need a couple torches? I'll trade you. Would I be building a raft if I thought rescue was coming? I'm not waiting. Sure didn't take you long to make enemies. This cave is messed up, man. And there's bats in there. They may be blind, but they're fast, so watch yourself.
You never said anything about a bat.
You looking to trade?
Alright, he said he's got torches. $10 a torch. Well, let's see. I've got some papayas and some coconuts. I'll tell you what. I'll trade you. See, those are $2, so 2 of those. I guess we'll make it 3. 3 coconuts and 4 papayas for a torch.
That ought to do it. You need more, come see me.
Caves are deadly without a good light source. Torches or lanterns make for a good light source. Keep them lit at all times. Keep any torches dry and away from bats. They'll deplete your torch fast. Be sure you always have spares. Well, I can see just fine. For now. I can't see shit. Would I burn myself with a lighter? Oh, that's the way I came in. Pretty sure this is the way that I came in. It is. My torch is running out. Free torch and a polar bear.
That was it.
Well, I died. Game over. You were killed in the darkness. Oh, do I gotta restart this whole section over again? That sucks.
You alright, man? I thought I heard gunfire. And then that monster. Looking for something? If you want more, you know where to find me.
I need the lighter.
Yeah, you're not gonna make it through the cave unless you have some light. You need a couple torches? I'll trade you. It's further ahead. The cave will lead you to it, but it's pitch black in there. Here, take this lighter. You looking to trade?
Alright. 3 coconuts. 4 papayas. Give me 1 torch.
Here. You need more, come see me.
Alright. Finally made it through the damn caves. Not a fan of these transitions. It was locked shut before takeoff. I need to find a way to open it. I bet my camera's in there. The Odyssey by Homer, a famous Greek poem written between 800 and 600 BC, 550 pages. Sure. Why is blood on the outside of the window? Same. Every time it happens, I'm just like, all right, what happened? Why is this, you know, why is this wigging out on me? Looks like the panel's still working. Maybe it controls the locked container. Oh boy. Examine busted electrical panel. Let's say I definitely don't think I've got enough fuses for this, so yeah, give me all of these. Yeah, at least it gave me some right there. There we go. Can I take the fuses back? These might come in handy. Looks like it was busted in the crash. I need to fix it. Of course.
Not quite.
There's that beady-eyed fuck.
Whatever it is you're looking for, you won't find it here.
Excuse me?
We think you might be the one.
What are you talking about? Who are you people?
Others.
We're the good guys.
Others. That's the end of episode 2. We're the good guys, so hit him in the head again. I'm going to press continue, and we'll see if the cutscene plays again, because I was in the middle of a cutscene.
Previously on Lost.
Look, I understand that camera could help with your memories, but I'm not letting you risk your life to find it. And until we can figure out what attacked us, everyone stays on the beach.
Who was that? Where is she from?
Alright, so cool. We are going to get a recap.
We think you might be the one.
Who are you?
So I should be able to splice
We're
this
the good guys.
in a decent spot for the YouTube upload.
Dude, where you been?
Hurley, what happened? Where'd they go?
Where'd who go?
There were some people. They attacked me.
Again? Someone's got it out for you, dude.
Guess so.
Well, you were AWOL, we were attacked too. Steve, or wait, Scott? They found him like dead with every bone in his body broken. And someone stuck Claire with a needle.
They used a needle on me too. I gotta figure out who the hell I am.
Good idea, because Jack doesn't trust you and neither does Claire. Everyone's starting to wonder. They think you might be one of them.
Is Elliot another? Get my laptop working. I need to find a way to access the laptop. People in the camp are suspicious of me, so I need to find out who I am fast. That laptop should have answers. Well, I think, based off the show, I know who I need to find. I need to find Saeed. He's the tech guru.
You know, for a man with no identity, you're making quite a name for yourself around camp. And was it worth risking your life? Maybe the fact that it's broken is a sign. Maybe your past is meant to be left in the past.
There's Saeed.
When I got on that plane in Sydney, I was in hell. Now, well, now everything has changed.
Oh yeah, dude, this show was a big deal back in the day, and it was funny going back watching this with my kids, because, you know, we watch everything now in this, you know, digital age where, you know, you could, you know, if you really wanted to, you could probably get through this entire show, like all 100 episodes of it or whatever, in like a week. Whereas back in the day when we watched it, you got one episode a week, and you had to watch the TV Guide channel, you know, to see when it was going to be on. I mean, the ads were probably plentiful enough. You knew what day and time it was going to be on, so we didn't have to wait for the TV Guide channel. But the TV Guide channel was a thing for all you youngins. And then, let's see here. We had commercials, you know, which depending on what you're watching it on now, you might have ads. Back then we called them commercials. But then once the episode was over, you had to just wait another week to see what happened. That's why, you know, like the kids got kind of annoyed with the amount of like recaps, because there's a recap at the beginning of every episode. And I'm like, y'all got to remember, we had to go a week before we caught the next episode. So it was nice to have a little bit of a, you know, catch me up, you know, going into it. And then we finished up season 1, and I was just like, yeah, how would you guys like to wait 4 months for the next episode?
Let's not forget that before we crashed here, we were all strangers. Any one of us could be one of them. We're not the only people on this island.
We had it rough, man.
Charlie's trying to find his way, just like you.
We're not the only people on this island, and we all know it.
Good news. No one's been killed or kidnapped in the last 5 minutes.
At least the characters, like, I know the reviews, like, criticized, you know, the stand-in voice actors, which it does kind of suck. Like, the characters just don't hit the same. The dialogue itself seems fairly lackluster. However, I will give them props that each character, like Hurley and Locke and Sawyer, and even Jack and Kate, they all seem to still, and Michael especially, at least the tone of the character is there, the dialogue fits. Like, if I try really hard when this version of Hurley talks, I can almost play it back in my mind with the actor from the show. You know, it's that close to where if I play it back, I can hear it in the voice it should be in.
You got problems. Dude, maybe you were a paparazzi guy. That would explain the amnesia. You must have took one too many punches to the head. Hey, that's great. You should take that to Saeed, the Republican Guard dude. He seems to know electronics and stuff. Well, I'm kinda cursed. I was in Australia because I thought I'd found a way to stop the curse. Then on my way back, I'm late for the flight, but I made it. Lucky, huh? And then I land here. Dude, I'm totally cursed.
Hurley and the curse.
Probably the same dudes who attacked you. I don't know. She's okay, I guess, if you like hanging around with fugitives.
All right, Saeed.
I hear you have found a laptop. I know. It has caused a great deal of suspicion in the camp. You are a photographer. I wonder what it was you were photographing. Whatever it was, the man attacking you seemed most interested.
That is definitely not Saeed.
Let me see it. Your battery is dead. Go see John Locke. He said he found laptop batteries among the luggage. I'll be able to power up from that. Then we can see the extent of the damage. That is my own business. I do not know, but I do know this. They are dangerous, and this is their island, not ours.
Do you know me?
I have never met you before, and I never forget a face.
Do you think rescue's
Even
coming?
with satellite imaging, it is unlikely that they will find us. Satellites need to know where to look, and we were 1,000 miles off course when we crashed.
All right, John. Is there anybody else we can talk to around here? There's Sawyer.
Well, looky here. If it ain't Captain Memento. Well, seems everyone wants a shot at you, champ. Makes me like you more and more. Goody for you, Ansel. Why don't you go clickety-click somewheres else?
Sawyer's such an asshole, but that it's such a wonderful character.
I was leaving Australia at the request of the government. Translation, MYOB. How the hell should I know, Columbo?
What do you know about Jack?
I'd watch yourself around old Dr. Do-Right. You're about to take my place at the top of his most hated list.
What do you know about Locke?
Q-Ball goes out hunting every day and brings back diddly squat. Let's make a deal.
What you got here, bud? Ooh, he's got a gun for $110. And then the ammo for another 30. Or the magazine for another 30. Damn. Ooh, $40 though. I can sell him a book.
Take her easy.
I can buy the gun magazine from him.
You've got a hell of a lot of explaining to do.
Fuck you, Jack.
That's what your attacker was after, right? I wonder what was so important
Scalper.
about that camera. You ask a lot of questions.
Who do you think
I was
attacked
about
us?
to ask you the same question.
I think I've been seeing a ghost from my past.
You're hallucinating. You're probably dehydrated.
What do you know about Kate?
Why? You got a thing for her?
What do you know about Locke?
Locke has his own agenda.
Alright, thanks for your help, jackass. Alright, Locke.
You don't need a battery, because you don't need the laptop. This island is a fresh start. Brand spanking new.
Alright, flashback.
I've met Locke before. What's different about him?
She's still here, mate. Wait till she's gone. Go watch from the window over there. She can't see you.
Let's have it, Rico. My newspaper paid you good money for that information. I want it now. Gellhorn.
I've met Locke before. What's different about him?
She's still here, mate. Wait till she's gone. Go watch from the window over there. She can't see you.
Let's have it, Rico. My newspaper paid you
Something's there, but not everything.
Gellhorn. Lisa Gellhorn.
That's part of it, but I need more. That's a photo of a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, that was it.
She's still here, mate. Wait till she's gone. Go watch from the window over there. She can't see you.
Let's have it, Rico. My newspaper paid you good money for that information. I want it now.
Look, Gelborn.
Gellhorn. Lisa Gellhorn.
There he is. There's old Locke in the
I
background.
told you, sweetie. I ain't got nothing yet. Come back later.
Yeah, I'll come back. And you'll have the info, or I'll have your ass.
I should only be so lucky. Come on, fella. We're closing, and I ain't buying what you're selling.
Look, it's top-of-the-line camping gear. Brand spanking new.
I can't move it. What'd you buy it for in the first place? It's not like you'll be able to do a lot of camping.
Don't tell me what I can't do.
Yeah.
That was a recurring line in the show. Don't tell Locke what he can't do.
Hello, Rico. This is Ms. Gellhorn. It's imperative that I receive the package today. If money is the issue, I'm willing to raise my offer. I'll see you shortly.
Photographer arrives at 4 p.m. today. Oops. Sarin, a colorless, odorless, non-persistent liquid. Nerve agent. Highly volatile. Death at 0.01 milligrams per kilogram of body weight or higher. RAF volunteer test subject died within minutes after 20 drops of sarin placed into cloth draped over forearm. Jesus.
So, Lisa Gellhorn. I heard you two used to be an item.
Yeah, she was my moral compass. Means I was always wrong. You got what I came for or not?
You want the dirt on Savo? I got it. And he's got a lot to hide. Blokes with secrets. They're a valuable commodity.
Okay. Still not quite sure what's going on here.
Locke was in a wheelchair. He couldn't walk before. A wheelchair.
Sneaking around at night might raise suspicions. Sorry, never heard of her. You sure you want to remember? It's who you are now that counts.
Remember, you were in a wheelchair, Bob.
You
Cue
must
ball.
have me mistaken for someone else.
Oh,
Cut the
no.
crap. Ever heard of Rico's pawn shop? Yeah, I saw you. You and your wheel.
All right, I hear you.
If you want to keep that news flash from the whole camp, you'll give me the batteries.
I'll give you what you need. Stock up on supplies. I'll meet you at the tree line.
Looks like we're walking.
There are markings on the trees. Follow them and you'll get your batteries. I'll meet you there.
Cool. Follow the tree markings. Enter the jungle. What do we got here? Oh, Jin is in this game.
거기 조심해야 해. Others, others. 난 영어를 못해. 8 to 15? 비행기? 선? 너는 왜 나의 아내원에서 나를 물어보고 있는가?
I can't tell if that's the same guy or not.
Others! 나무에 있어! Others!
Because I know the actress that played Sun did the voice acting for her character in this game, but I can't tell if Jin did or not, and I didn't see his name listed in the article that I was looking at. Okay, so there's my marker. Move to the next area. There's the hatch. You remember the hatch. Got the light and everything coming out of it.
Looks like you've discovered another one of my secrets.
Examine the numbers. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Whoever built this thing put those numbers there for a reason. What do they mean? Might be worth a photo.
I can do better.
How much better am I supposed to get this here, bud?
Damn, I'm good.
Extra unlocked. I wonder what it is. All right, Johnny boy. Coconut.
You have a nose for trouble, don't you?
Who was shooting at
I
me?
told you. We're not the only ones on this island.
How can we open it?
I've tried everything. Rocks, a trebuchet. It's completely sealed.
Yeah, you got Boone killed in the process, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I think I've been seeing a ghost.
This island is different. It's special.
How can you suddenly walk?
The island gave me my legs back.
The island. What is this
French
place?
poet René Char once said, "For those who are walled up, everything is a wall, even an open door." He could have been talking about you, son.
Thought you were gonna give me batteries.
I am. Come with me.
Just give me the battery.
Right this way.
Papaya.
This place holds answers.
What is this
This place can provide answers, but you might not like what you see.
Have you been inside?
Joseph Campbell once said, "It is by going down into the abyss that you recover the treasures of life."
Who else knows about this
You're
cave?
the only one.
What do you know about the others?
Can't say I blame them. They were here first.
You coming?
I'll meet you on the other side.
Of course.
Only what you take with you. Need supplies?
Alright, I've got 2 torches. So
If you need more, come see me.
it should be alright. Block is testing me. He wants to help me with my memories. What am I going to find in here?
I'm here. This way. Where are you? Where are you?
She just straight up floating.
Who are you looking for? This way.
Her name's Lisa.
Who was that? Am I seeing ghosts?
That was awkward. Something behind the woman's hand. It looks like a compass. Not gonna question the fact that there's a body here or anything. We're just gonna roll with it, I guess.
What did you find?
Locke, help me up.
Tell me what you found in there.
I saw a woman, Lisa. Locke, pull me up.
In your hand, what did you find?
Help me up and I'll show you.
Right now, I see no reason to let you up. I might have a few reasons to keep you down there.
What an asshole!
I found a compass.
Throw it up.
Locke, there's no time. All right.
Grab my hand.
Where's my batteries, bud?
Looks like today was your lucky day. But I'm sure that when you're ready, it'll find you. One battery for your troubles.
I'm starting to think this battery didn't exist.
The island provides. Now, what about this compass? Via Domus. That's Latin. Means the way home. Very interesting. The island gave me that hatch you saw. It's mine to share when the time is right. And it looks like the island gave you that compass. Follow it. You may find the answers you're looking for.
Well, there was episode 3.
Previously on Lost.
Let's have it, Rico. My newspaper paid you good money for that information. I want it now.
You've got a hell of a lot of explaining to do.
Dead laptop's about as useful as a coffee maker on this island. Get Saeed to fix it.
I hear you have found a laptop.
Looks like you've discovered another one of my secrets.
Everything that happens on this island happens for a reason.
Via Domus. That's Latin. Means the
The island just grows laptop batteries. Well, you know, Locke, he was fascinated with the island. I'm sure you remember that much. But then again, if I was in a wheelchair and I crashed on an island and could suddenly walk again, I'd probably love that island too. Yeah, the entire show is filled with Locke having faith in the island and, you know, all that kind of stuff. We know a thing or two about faith. Give the battery to Saeed. Follow my compass. I need to follow the compass I found in the cave. Locke seems to think it is a gift from the island. Via Domus is engraved on the compass, Latin for the way home. Saeed!
Let me guess. You got a question. We've blown open the hatch. He's near the second entrance we found to the hatch.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
I trust
he's on our
Saeed?
side.
Why were you on 815?
You already know the answer to that, remember? There was a $23,000 reward on my head.
I think I'm seeing
I've
ghosts.
seen a lot of strange things on this island.
What do you know about Jack?
I know he doesn't trust you.
That's fine. I don't trust him either. What's inside the hatch?
Pantry full of food.
Okay. Well, that was that. Hurley! My dude.
4, 8, we're dead. 15, doomed and dead.
Can I trust Saeed?
Saeed's cool, just don't pick a fight with him. He knows, like, top secret torture stuff.
Yeah, that's one thing I never forgot about this show. Like, years go by, I forget a lot of things about it because it's so out there, but I will never forget the scene where Saeed tortures Sawyer.
Charlie's a good guy. The dude is in a rock band, but they were a one-hit wonder.
You want everybody? Why were you on 815?
I brought it down, dude. It's like all my fault.
What do you know about Jack?
He's got father issues.
It's inside the hatch.
That's where the numbers are, dude. Stay away from there.
The numbers. What do you know about the numbers?
The numbers are a curse. They'll destroy your life, man. I wish I never heard them.
What do you know about the others?
I think the natives are stirring.
That is not something Hurley would say. Where is Saeed?
He's gone to the hatch. I warned him about the numbers. Did they listen? No. This island's evil, dude. I don't want to sound dramatic or nothing, but we're all gonna die.
What was that explosion?
Dude, you don't want to know. Dynamite in the hatch? Bad. Trust me, that place is a death hole. Do not go in there.
Well, we're going in there. Examine food cart. An empty food tray. Sawyer's probably stripped it clean. It's got 23 written on it. It's got 23 written on it, huh?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I guess that's not anything important. That is a very hard-looking hammock. Alright, so we got Kate. Anybody else? Water bottle. There's 16.
Not quite. Nothing. Not quite.
I can't take a picture of these?
No.
There's 15.
Nothing.
Maybe it's like the number 23. Once you see the numbers, they're just everywhere. So we found, what was it, 15, 16, and 23? Nice to see people can enjoy some dominoes out here. Looks like they're playing Texas 42.
Nothing.
Oh, that's
Did you hear
Charlie.
the news? Sawyer, Michael, and Jin are off on another adventure. The big hero set out on a raft to look for rescue. If you need anything, I can help you, mate.
What was the
I
explosion?
don't know, but Jack's all cryptic and such. Can't get a straight answer. As usual, we're not included on the A-team mission.
Where's Saeed?
I've not seen him. He's probably off building a radio out of coconuts.
That's definitely a Charlie line. Can I trust Saeed?
Saeed is tough, but he's fair.
This is definitely not Charlie, though. You look familiar.
Of course I do. I was in Drive Shaft. Played bass guitar, did some backing vocals.
You want everybody? Why were you on 815?
I was in Sydney visiting my brother, Liam. I'm putting our band back together. When we get rescued, we're going to be huge. Kate doesn't go for guys like you and me. Jack or Sawyer, maybe.
You know about Jack?
Jack likes to be the hero.
Who are you calling the A-team?
Jack, Kate, John. They like to go trotting off into the jungle to play superheroes.
Trade.
What do you need?
Charlie's got a gun for 110, ammo for 30. More switches, lantern, fuel.
Anytime I can help.
Coconut. There's the 8.
Not quite.
Another coconut. Another coconut. Love forever. Someone loves bumper stickers. So that's the 4.
Nothing.
So I got the 4, the 8, the 15, the 16, the 23, and 42.
Hello.
She speaks? Why were you on 815?
I was traveling to America on a business trip with my husband.
Yeah, she can just speak English now with no explanation in game whatsoever.
Jack is suspicious of you. He went out on the raft to try and find rescue. I know he will succeed. I trust Kate, and she seems to trust you. Are you one of them?
Are you an other?
I don't know. He's in the jungle somewhere.
All right. Well, I guess that's everybody.
Things have changed on the island, son. You need to watch yourself. We've opened the hatch. At the hatch, you should give him that battery. I know he's anxious to look at your laptop.
Do you believe in fate?
Do you think we crashed here by coincidence? This is no ordinary place. Each one of us was brought here for a reason. That's why you need to remember who you are.
You told me I should leave the past in the past, bud. What do you know about Jack?
He's a man of science. I'm a man of faith. Question is, what kind of man are you?
He's a man of faith. Can I trust Saeed?
Saeed's anxious to uncover your identity. He and Jack are running out of patience with you.
Well, to the jungle we go then. A spinning compass means the magnetic field is very powerful. Two 215 degrees. Go to the beach. I guess we're just gonna go for a stroll.
Let's try that again.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll just restart the path. So this says 215 degrees. Oh, I see. So I guess I need to go that way. $185 degrees. $280 degrees. Oh shit.
He's right there. You see him?
330 degrees.
Is this a drill or something? I see someone. Is this a drill or something?
0.
Who are we looking for? Stay sharp. Keep focused.
335.
Keep focused.
255.
Stay sharp.
What did one snowman say to the other snowman?
Desmond! Are you another?
I'm not one of the hostiles, if that's what you mean.
That is definitely Desmond. We know about Jack.
Aye, Jack. I met him when he hurt his foot running the stadium steps in Los Angeles. Now he's here. It's a small world, isn't it?
It was in another life, brother! We know about the hatch.
Everything I know is written on its walls. See for yourself. And read the diary, next to Ton of the Screw.
Who are you?
Haven't you heard? I'm the fool who's been pushing a button for the last 3 years. Name's Desmond.
Must be from the hatch.
It's not a hatch, it's a bloody crypt. Take my advice. Turn around and go back, brother.
What are you doing out here?
I'd rather die running than live one more minute in that place.
What are the numbers?
You don't know. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Now it's your turn, brother.
All right, Desmond, I'll see you in another life, brother. Do not mistake coincidence for fate. Mr. Echo. Fun little reference here for you, Graham. You probably don't remember Mr. Echo in this show because he doesn't come around, I think, until like late season 2. He's in the show for maybe like a season and a half. The tail section of the plane has a handful of survivors. One of them is played by Michelle Rodriguez. She's in like half a season, or I think she shows up towards the end of, or like the beginning of season 2, and I think dies partway through season 3. But one of the other survivors of the tail section of the plane was Mr. Echo. He plays Hitu in Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. All right, there's the hatch. Yeah, I think there was another girl from the tale that survived. Her name was Libby, blonde chick. Her and Hurley have a thing for a minute, and then there was a lady in the first episode named Rose. I think Jack ended up giving her CPR in like one of the opening scenes. Her husband Bernard was also on the tail section of the plane, so they got reunited, Rose and Bernard. Saeed!
I hear you have found a battery. We were able to acquire explosives in the jungle. You do not need to know the details.
Sure, yeah, keep me in the dark, 18. You know Desmond.
He has lived in extreme conditions for a very long time. Who knows what effect the isolation has had on his brain?
See, this might jog your memory a little bit. So Mr. Echo, he was a Nigerian priest, but he wasn't actually a priest. So do you remember how Charlie was addicted to heroin? You remember that when they first landed, or when they first crashed? Here's the battery for my laptop.
I should be able to use this battery to power your laptop. Soon we will have answers. But I cannot let you enter the hatch until you can tell me your name.
My compass points to the hatch. What's inside the hatch?
You'll be allowed to enter once I can verify who you are.
Don't remember any of that? Okay. Do you remember the guy who was with Locke when he found the hatch? His name was Boone. So when Locke finds the hatch, him and Boone find it together. Boone was Shannon's sister. Shannon was the blonde chick. Really bitchy blonde chick. Boone ends up... They find a small, like, twin-engine plane. Boone goes in the plane. It falls off a cliff. And Jack tries to save him. Can't save him. So, you know, hero doesn't save everybody. Well, in this little twin-engine plane was another, like, another Nigerian priest full of, like, Virgin Mary statues that were full of heroin. So Mr. Echo was a drug smuggler in Africa, and his brother, Yemi, was a Nigerian priest. And so he basically, like... Some fucked up shit happens. Yemi ends up on the plane. And so Mr. Echo kind of takes his place as the priest. And so Mr. Echo ends up finding this plane with all the heroin in it and his brother. And finally finds out what happens to his brother. And Charlie decided he was going to, you know, quit his heroin and everything. And then finds this plane full of heroin-filled Virgin Mary statues. It was a whole thing, like, halfway through the first season. My compass points to the hatch.
I'm sorry, but we don't know who you are. I'll work on your laptop. In the meantime, this is the passenger manifest. If you can prove your name is on it, we will know you are not one of the hostiles, and then you can enter the hatch.
Okay. Follow your compass. Learn your name. Saeed won't let me into the hatch till I prove my name on the until I prove my name is on the passenger manifest. I should head back to the beach and ask if anyone can remember my name or anything else about me. An Apollo bar. Seems this island has its own candy bar. It's worth $50. What the hell is this? Door's been sealed shut. Whatever's inside is meant to stay inside.
No. Nothing.
That wasn't in the show. Jump to the beach. Yeah, like I said, though, going through this game now, after just watching seasons 1 through 3, I feel like it would be the best experience you could possibly have. Because going into this game and not having watched the show in a very long time, I feel like I would be even more lost than one would already be right now.
Let me guess. You got a question.
Yes, I do, bitch. I gotta learn my name. Found anything that might be mine?
I haven't, but you'd better find out who you are fast. Jack is getting more and more suspicious of you.
Piss on Jack.
Not much. Except that if you're not on it, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble.
I don't like you. At least she's not crying all the time. And I swear, in the show, there's a reason for, like, she has a reason to cry or finds a reason to cry in every damn episode. And it's irritating as shit. She's one of the most annoying people on the show.
Dave was right. We're all gonna die.
Dave! Remember Dave? So Dave was not a real person. Hurley, because of the numbers, was in a psychiatric hospital. And his flashbacks on the show. And so he had this imaginary friend named Dave that always, like, talked him into making bad decisions and shit.
Dude, we've been out here for I don't know how long. Anything resembling civilization is gone. What I wouldn't give to be back in Sydney, the Hotel Persephone. The manifest does like 3 things. Tells us who's alive, who's dead, and who wasn't on the plane. You learn your name, and it'll tell everyone if you were on the plane or not.
I mean, homeboy should have a picture on his camera that he took on the plane.
Persephone. I know that name. But what's my name?
Can't remember what that is. Oh, right.
Persephone. I know that name. But what's my name? Persephone. I know that name. But what's my name?
Ah.
Of course. It's all coming back.
Got all you need, mate?
To the Board of Directors, Hanzo Foundation, I am pleased to announce the commencement of Phase 2 of the Chenchi Project. We will now begin to explore the human brain in ways never before imagined. The results will no doubt astound. I thank you for your continued support and enthusiasm. Warmest regards, TM.
Audio surveillance from the 16th of August 2004. Zoran Savo on a long-distance call with an unidentified male.
Thank you for the payment, Mr. Savo. Are we in agreement for the rest? Yes, upon delivery. All that remains is the issue of transporting the nerve agent out of the country. Not a problem. My team is ironing out the details.
Okay. Examine folder. Zoran Savo, born in Chenchi, Bosnia. Savo graduated from Whitney University in '73 after completing his PhD in neurological DNA. He moved to America to study prebiotic chemistry. In 1988, he joined Alvar Hanzo's group at the Laboratoire de Biologie Neurologique in Paris, where he studied genetics of the human brain in the Les Enfants Terribles project. In '92, Savo was appointed the first president of the Chenchi Institute of Research. So Alvar Hanzo was the guy's name in the Dharma Initiative orientation films, I think.
Where's the rest?
Quid pro quo.
3 shots of your ex-wife. Caught in a net. Next time, hire a private dick.
You're saving me a ton in alimony.
Cough it up.
Suite 42, Hotel Persephone. Tonight. Savo's cooking a deal. You snap the photo, you'll land the front page of every rag on the globe. Just watch yourself, mate. These blokes find you, they'll kill you.
All that matters is the photo.
All that matters is the photo?
Damn.
That was my story, not yours. You're a son of a bitch, Elliot Maslow. You'd screw anyone to further your career.
Elliot
I'm just
Maslow,
trying
we got
to
a
keep
name.
up with you, sweetheart. My name is Elliot Maslow. Of course, Elliot.
Elliot Maslow is our name. So there we go. Talk to Hurley.
And that was how I got the nickname Hurley. Dude, were you even listening to me?
No, I was not. Sorry, bud. My name is Elliot Maslow.
You remembered? Sweet. Maybe I should tell more people my nickname story.
I do not know anything about it. Nice to meet you, Elliot. My name is Sun.
Charlie's playing his guitar. Charlie's guitar might be worth a photo.
Perfect. That's why I get the big bucks.
You want everybody?
Nothing yet, but I intend to find out. About bloody time. Pleased to know you, Elliot.
Nothing.
So I guess I go back to the hatch now?
Things have changed on the island, son. You need to watch yourself. You may know your name, but do you know yourself?
Don't tell me what I can't do, Locke. I feel like he's running down the beach like a madman. My name is Elliot! At least I don't have to, like, traverse back through the jungle. I can kind of skip that, because the jungle trekking is not quite very fun. Back at home, I'm worth $150 million. Yeah, that was Hurley. Hurley won the lottery. I don't know if you remember that or not, but yeah. He used the numbers to play the lottery and won like $150 million.
The encryption on your laptop is quite advanced. This is most unusual. There is a computer. You need to enter the numbers 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42 in sequence when the counter starts. It's very important that you stay on top of this. In the meantime, I'll continue to work on your laptop. We may learn
I have
who
to
you
put
are
in the
yet.
numbers?
If you enter the hatch, You must take responsibility for the numbers. It's time to show you can be trusted. Yes. There is an Elliot Maslow on this list. American national returning to Los Angeles. You are now officially a survivor of Flight 815. Welcome, Elliot.
Follow your compass. Syed is trusting me to enter the numbers on the hatch computer. Enter the Swan Station. Thank Jim Carrey and Fun with Dick and Jane instead of indicted. My name's Elliot. Yeah. My name's Elliot! My name's Elliot! Did you hear that, guys? My name's Elliot. Elliot!
Elliot! What happened? What did you do?
Damn it. I didn't do anything.
Try and find a way to open the door. I'll go to get help. And remember, if the counter starts beeping, you must enter the numbers.
Find a way to open the door. Yeah, the blast doors. I'll tell you what. It's really cool. Like, walking around this, though. Because this is a pretty... an unfinished mural. These numbers are enough to drive you mad. Might be worth a photo.
Damn, I'm good.
Pick up the fuse. But this is a pretty central, you know, location in the entire first and second season of the show. So it's cool to be able to walk around here. My compass is locked on this wall. Whatever's behind here has a powerful magnetic force. It looks like it was sealed in a hurry. I need to get behind there. That ladder is definitely longer than that in the show.
Not quite.
Well, I'm going to guess this panel will get me in the door. Oh boy. There we go. Got 1 minute and 14 seconds. Looks like I need to turn on the 3 lights to activate the button. Maybe it will help open the front door. Let's put in the numbers. You know what? Actually, I want to find out what happens if we don't input the numbers. It's like the cabinet full of vaccine. CR 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. But a vaccine against what? Might be worth a photo.
I need to punch in closer. Damn, I'm good.
The oldest game in the world. One side is light, one side is dark. Alright, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Two seconds. 1 second. I'm not pressing it. We're all dead. Game over. You didn't enter the numbers in time. Oh, I had a feeling I was going to have to do this. That sucks.
Elliot!
Damn it. I didn't do anything.
Try and find...
Okay, so let's pick up this fuse.
Damn, I'm good.
Take that picture. I don't know if I had to take that picture again, honestly. My compass is pointing to the magnetic anomaly behind the concrete wall. I need to find a way to access the magnetic chamber. Fuse. Bro, the pickup spot for this fuse is kind of bullshit. Alright, let's put in the numbers.
Not quite.
Oh, I actually have to input the numbers. Oops. So I have to put in the space. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Execute. I can do it! I can enter that code. Okay. So I push the button, but I still need to open the door. Examine lava lamp. A lamp! Groovy! Redzinski's journal from the Geodome. Find the writings on the wall, then you'll know your way to the other side. Redzinski was, I think, the original partner for the guy that Desmond met, I think. So there was a guy in the hatch already that worked for the Dharma Initiative. The actor in the show also played Hank in Detroit Become Human. And I think his partner was Redzinski, and Redzinski killed himself. I think, because I don't think the guy that was already there, the guy that brought Desmond to the hatch, I don't think his name was Redzinski. No room for this item. Well, that's unfortunate. Examine journal. Yep, okay. Examine turn of the screw. Turn of the screw. No thanks, I'm already seeing ghosts. Might be worth a photo, though.
Perfect. That's why I get the big bucks.
Extra unlocked. Food box. Food box. That's a can, not a box. Negative review on Steam. The food pantry.
Too wide. Zoom in closer. I need to zoom closer. Damn, I'm good.
Save the world and stay in shape at the same time. Nice. Here's the bathroom. Beer can. Shower. There's like one more photo in here somewhere. Okay. That's not gonna be enough. So I need to figure out there the one on the right. That one needs like 50 plus voltage. So there's that one. Now, can I take one of these out? Is the question. Nope. Examine Dharma jumpsuit. Name patch says Kelvin. Who's Kelvin? I think Kelvin was the other guy.
Perfect. That's why I get the big bucks.
Extra unlocked. Okay. Oops. What? I don't know how I can get that one any lower. Oh, yes I do. Right there. Okay, there's that one. Can I access the... I cannot. Okay. I can't access the extras from in here. That seemed to have the opposite effect. We got a map. According to the blast door map, there is a hidden door nearby that leads to the magnetic room.
Shoots, he scores.
Oh yeah, it did. I went from like 98 minutes to 4. Negative review on Steam. Broke my version. What? I already got the picture. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do now. Enter the way home. Wait. Oops. You carry the answer. You are one step closer to home. Blast door menu. Darminition. Open and close door 1, door 2, door 3. Black light menu. Please answer as fast as possible. Press execute to continue. Got a minute 23. Complete the series. 3, 7, 15, 31. So that's 4, 8. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. So 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 8 is 15. 15 plus 16 is 31. So 31 plus 23 is 54. Incorrect answer. Plus, press execute to retry. 42, so 73. No. So it's an increase of 4, 8, 16. An increase of 4, an increase of 8, an increase of 16, an increase of 23. Unless the next answer is 42. No. Shit. Okay, well, at least I don't have to do the entire section again. Yeah, it was 63. DFHJ. E, so 1, FG, 1, I. Okay, so D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Blast door menu. Thought I opened all of them already. Oh, wait, I bet you I have to show the map. Okay, so wrong door. I got 1 minute. $20 seconds. Shit. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. I was thinking I need to, like, open all the doors, leave the one down, keep the map open. Okay, I got my 108 minutes back. I was kind of waiting for the computer to prompt something about entering the code or something or other, but it never did. I don't know. Oh, I guess I just had to leave.
Where do you think you're going?
Jack, you won't believe what I found.
Elliot Maslow. If that is your real name.
What's going on?
Shut up!
I was able to decrypt your laptop. And do you know what I found? I found that you have very good reasons to forget.
What's on there?
Would you care to explain why your laptop contains surveillance maps and a list of illegal weapons? C4, sarin gas.
I think your amnesia's a lie. I think everything you've said is a lie. We're done giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Don't try to pick a fight with Saeed, bro.
Why don't you start by telling us who you really are?
Okay, well, that was the end of episode 4, I believe.
Previously on Lost.
Where is the camera?
Hey, what the? We think you might be the one.
You snap the photo, you'll land the front page of every rag on the globe.
That was my story, not yours. You're a son of a bitch, Elliot Maslow.
Would you care to explain why your laptop contains surveillance maps and a list of illegal weapons? Why don't you start by telling us who you really are?
Okay, this is where I'm going to call it for the night. This cell here that I'm in is where Saeed tortured beady-eyed Ben. So that got me through episode 4, I do believe. So I've got 5, 6, and 7 left. So I should be able to finish that up tomorrow, hopefully. Let's see what we got in the extras menu. Past of Desmond, mapping the island, blast door map for the hidden entrance, 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42, Charlie's guitar. Oh, so this is like a concept art? Yeah, that's like all this pretty much is. That's kind of unfortunate that that's all this is. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. I was kind of hoping for something a little cooler than just concept art. That's kind of lame. I don't know, some people might really dig concept art. Like, I mean, right, like, it's one of them things I will look at once and go, okay. I mean, if it's a game that I, like, thoroughly enjoy, you know, that might change things up a little bit. I might be a little more interested in the concept art at that point. But this game, yeah, I kind of don't care. Well, let's see here. So I believe, let's see, with yeah, I'm going to fire this game up and browse the concept art. So yeah, I think I'm sitting at about 3 hours. I started roughly 10:30. So in order for this to go up on YouTube, because my PC gave me a little bit of trouble halfway through, I'm going to have to download the stream videos and splice them together and re-render it. I'll add that to the list of things to do for tomorrow. But again, let's talk about shit. Let's talk about expectations. So far, with what I've seen of the game, and I guess this will be my, you know, first impression, halfway point thoughts of this game. If the show wasn't so fresh in my mind from having just watched seasons 1 through 3 and being familiar and fresh with a lot of this stuff, like the Spanish comic book, like looking at this, you know, from maybe like Grimm's perspective, right? You know, who, like me, many, many years ago, gave up on the show. You'd probably seen seasons 1 through 3, because I remembered how season 3 ended. Season 3 ended with we have to go back. Who could forget that? So that's where season 3 ends. So I'm pretty sure when this show was on TV back in the day, we caught the first 3 seasons, and I think it was season 4 that we missed. For various reasons, and then just never got back to it. And when we tried, it was just so far out there, we had no fucking clue what was happening. So I'm trying to think of this game from the perspective of maybe my brother Grimm, or, you know, if I hadn't just rewatched it. There's a lot of it that I'd forgotten about. So, like, the Spanish comic book, that would have meant nothing. I would have been sitting here going, why is this even a thing? Why am I even looking at this? If I was looking at, like, when I talked to Hurley and he mentioned Dave, I know exactly who Dave is, and the significance of Dave to Hurley would have meant nothing to me in this game. So you have to be I feel like to appreciate the, I guess, Easter eggs or the references that are in this game, you've either got to be a super fan and know every detail, or watch the show then play the game. Because if there's any details that are not fresh for you to draw from, there's a lot of it that's just going to kind of seem pointless. The voice acting isn't great. It is nice that, you know, we've got Claire, we've got Son, Desmond. You know, it is nice that we've got, you know, 6 characters. Ben was another one. That we do have some familiar voices to link to the characters. I feel like if every character had a different voice actor that was trying to play that character and like do an impersonation of the character, basically, it would feel a lot worse than it does. Like if the entire cast was stand-in actors, it would almost feel like an unofficial like fan project at this point. So having at least a couple people come in and do their roles that were in the TV show for this game does make it feel like it's a little bit more of an official production. It is cool being able to kind of walk around the hatch and walk around the beach and, you know, some of the recognizable areas of the game or of the show in this game. Overall, it's not great by any stretch of the imagination. I think the 5 out of 10 is a fair assessment, and those were 5 out of 10s back in their day as well. So, you know, there's definitely going to be some bias that I have with this game because I'm currently watching the show and I'm enjoying watching the show with my kids the first time around, their first time around. So I'm probably going to enjoy it more than most people would, simply because it's something that I'm actively watching. But again, with the expectations that I went into it with, a lot of movie and TV show games are not great. It's rare. There's only 2 games that I can think of that were either movie or TV show tie-ins right off the top of my head that were enjoyable games. Was at least back in the day, was the King Kong game, the Percy Jackson's King Kong on the PS2, and the first Spider-Man game, the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man for the PS2. I remember playing that game quite a bit back in the day too. That one was done fairly well. But most of the time, TV show or movie tie-ins aren't great. I mean, they're already riding the coattails of something else of something that's already successful in a different medium to begin with, and a lot of times it just doesn't translate well. I am interested enough to keep playing this. I am interested enough to see how this story of this Elliot character is going to play out. I do like how they added in a character, you know, that's not in the show, but doesn't break the timeline of the show. You know, it's like I could watch the show and 100% believe that this entire story is kind of happening in the background. I mean, the whole thing with the map and the hatch and everything, Locke was the first one to see it in the show by accident. There was a lockdown, but Locke gets trapped under the door and it like smashes his leg. And, you know, the black lights turn on and he sees the map. The map is completely different. You know, so there are some, you know, differences, I suppose, if we really want to nitpick this. But overall, the vast majority of this Elliot guy's story could fit in neatly with the show, you know, or just be one of those extra faces in the background that just kind of has his own story. So it does work. But yes, I do expect this to get worse because just like the TV show, it starts decent and just gets worse. Season 3 still wasn't completely awful. But it definitely started getting a little overly complicated by the end of season 3, and season 4, it's just, we're like maybe 4 or 5, I want to say 5 episodes into season 4, and it's moving at a snail's pace, which is kind of funny considering that seasons 4, 5, and 6 have half, not quite half, but I think season 3 earlier I said had like 23 or 24 episodes, and season 4 had like 17. So it definitely wasn't hitting as well as it was, and I think they know that. I mean, I expected this to be worse going in. I thought it would be worse than it is. It's not great, but it doesn't seem horrible. Yeah. Again, though, like I said, and this is where the expectation thing comes into play, because at the beginning of this stream, I talked about how this was a late 2000s Ubisoft game, and Ubisoft in that time were pretty good at what they were doing. They were, like, especially the Assassin's Creed series, the early Assassin's Creed games, which came out in 2008, 2009, actually, I think the first one was 2007, and then 2 was 2009, or something like that. Plus, I never really was a huge fan of them, but the Tom Clancy games, that's been a successful franchise for 20 years for a reason, and largely because it started well. But even then, in the late 90s, early 2000s on the PS2 generation, you had the Prince of Persia games. So Ubisoft had in my opinion, had a fairly good reputation. So it's kind of weird looking at a game and going, this is a Ubisoft game. It has, this might be good. I'm going to go in this with some fairly good expectations with how Ubisoft has been over the last, 5-6 years. They've really kind of taken a nosedive. But I feel like the expectations that I had have been met. I didn't expect the game to blow my hair back, but I didn't also expect to completely hate it. So it's middle of the road, average game, I don't know, maybe the next time I play through this game, I am not really taking my time a whole lot with it. I will admit that. I'm not necessarily rushing through it, but maybe the next time, like 5, 6, 7, 8 years down the road when I rewatch the show, once I finish up with season 3, maybe I'll come back and play the game again and really start, exploring every nook and cranny I could possibly find for any other, references to the show. That power walking, that's right. Speaking of which, though, I have to know now, because you said a word. There is a speedrun.com leaderboard for this game. Let's check this out. There is 4 runs on the board for PC. World record, 1 hour and 20 minutes. 4th place, 1 hour and 40 minutes. PS3, we've got 3. We've got hour 17 world record, and then 3rd place is 1 hour and 38 minutes. And Xbox 360, we've got 2 runs, hour 18 and hour 21. It's definitely not a game I would want to speed run, but I mean, it's interesting that there's something there for it. And then there's also a 100% category, which nobody has done. So that's interesting. But with that being said, I'm going to call it a night. I will resume this tomorrow night, hopefully to completion, and see what happens with it. And then after that, we'll have Grim. What's your plans for this week while I go over my next plans? Next weekend, next Sunday night, I may start it earlier. I don't know yet. Maybe Friday night. It really does kind of suck that I have to really just kind of play this stuff by ear, but I am trying to fit in as much as I can while I have the time to do so. But at some point next weekend, the plan going into this stream in this Lost game was to test out my PS3 setup so I can play Resident Evil Code Veronica X next weekend. Likely Sunday, but I may start it earlier than that. I guess it depends on how impatient I get, maybe. But that's going to be the plan, at least Sunday and Monday again next weekend. Because of because of Christmas and the New Year's holiday coming up. That's the plan there. And then the following week, I will continue Code Veronica and play that probably Sunday night and Wednesday night, the week of January. It'd be January 4th and January 6th or 7th. I think the 7th would be the Wednesday. So Tuesday night, a one-off of Terminator 2D, No Fate. Wednesday and Thursday, if I do them, might change your mind. Updates will be in the Discord. Stray on PS5. So that's what we got going on over on the Grim Gamers channel. And yes, the Discord. For those of you on YouTube, there will be a link in the description down below for the Grimbeards and Discord, the joint Discord between Grim and myself, where we... I have sucked at updating any sort of schedule because I kind of don't have one. I kind of just fit in a stream when I can these days. Typically, it's Sundays around 1 p.m. if I can pull them off. But with me having some time off due to the holidays from work, I've just been kind of trying to cram in whatever I can when I can, and kind of take advantage of that. So, but Grim, he's steady. 99 times out of 10, 3 days a week now. So there's always something to see, something to watch. And you can find links to our YouTube and all that stuff, get notified when we go live, post videos, everything else. And there's always something to talk about. I mean, games have been around since, 70s with the Atari. So, come hang out. Let's talk some games. Until then, Grim, thanks for hanging out with me all night. I appreciate you. Anybody else that's been checking this out, hopefully you're a Lost fan, because if you're not, this is probably not fun to watch. Let's just be honest here. Grim's got some exciting stuff coming up after that too, so definitely join the Grimbeards in Discord, and I will see you there. But until next time in the video scope, there's just one thing y'all need to do, and that's stay suave.